Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
It's showtime! Courtney versus the Bellas.
Everyone knows I hate the Bellas. You're fucking dead. Drunks Mike.
Mr. fucking Hughes? Mr. fucking Hughes.
He looked a bit like Blade.
Yeah, I know who it is. I thought he was fucking dead or fucking, in a fucking wheelchair.
Cassie Lee, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that made all this possible.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. 400 episodes, that's crazy.
Episode 400, that's insane. I just thought I would pass by and say congratulations to everybody at Max Wrestling on this insane achievement, and I hope you guys here's to another 400 more. Until I see you again. See ya.
3, 2, and 1. Hey yo, it's November 10th, 2022, and you know what that means. Welcome to the 400th episode of Max Wrestling. This is your captain speaking, along with El Jefe Moses Marquez.
Top of the morning, happy 400 to the world out there.
How this lineup has changed over the years.
You're telling me. Co-host after co-host, name after name after name, and now this is where we is.
Yup. And speaking of co-hosts, former co-host, thank you to Evan Money McCabe there in the intro. Hugely valued icon of Max Wrestling. You will see and hear more from Evan during the show. We're also going to hear from Michael Larkin. Maybe a few other voices from the past too. Who knows what's going to drop by as we relive our memories. But first of all, 400th episode in. Another growth in YouTube last week. We also broke the previous 2022 record on Facebook that we set last week.
Let's go. We're just breaking records, baby.
For free. Max Wrestling is a fucking juggernaut right now.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, we're taking over, man. Slowly but surely.
And we are speeding right towards Promo Series 7 in 2 weeks' time. And I can promise you're not going to want to miss it.
No, don't do that to yourself.
And as it's the 400th episode, in the spirit of competition and for old time's sakes, we were going to have some good old school trivia, but as it's just the two of us, I'm going to present Moses with some questions anyway, just for fun. And at the end of it, you get to pick somebody for me to, pick a wrestler for me to cut a 60-second classic promo on.
Oh, we're going old.
We're going old school.
Let's go.
So before we begin, remember to like and sub to us on youtube.com/Max Wrestling and follow us on social media at Max Wrestling UK. And speaking of social media, I don't know how many other people have jumped on board, but a lot of celebrities are leaving Twitter. One platform they're using is Mastodon, so I don't know if Mastodon's going to take off, but if it does, I've already secured the Max Wrestling username.
Oh, let's go. We're jumping ahead, baby.
Jumping ahead of Elon Musk. Fuck Elon Musk.
Fuck that guy. Charge me for Twitter. Are you out of your mind?
I'm going to need about $8.
$8. You can $8 your ass out that fucking door, partner.
So headline this week, I think easily it is Austin Theory's failed cash-in.
What a fucking nerd.
I don't think it's not so much the fact that he failed his cash-in, it's the fact that the cash-in made no sense.
Nope. That's why he's a nerd.
First of all, it's an open challenge, so you don't need to use the briefcase. It's literally a challenge that you can answer for free. Second of all, of course, it was a mid-card title. Now, we did hear a couple of weeks ago that they were planning something that's never been done before with Money in the Bank, and we all thought it was going to be, they're going to let him hold it for a full year. And then it'll be like a countdown on the final night. He's got this much time to cash it in. Is he going to do it by the end of the night? Which would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would have been. Could have been, should have been.
But this really is uncharacteristic of Triple H, who's made some incredibly good decisions in the last 4 months that he's taken over, and this one just makes absolutely no sense.
No arguments here. It makes zero sense at all. The guy went from being the kid that you thought was going to totally take over the entire, I guess, bloodline, if you will. He was going to be the guy to dethrone Roman. Oh, he's getting pushed by VK. He's the new Shane. He's the new favorite toy. And then old man's gone. He uses his fucking Money in the Bank for an open challenge, which is still to this. Just saying it baffles me. Just saying it baffles me. Reading it in headlines baffles me because it's like, huh?
It reminds me of an old joke. Why are you carrying a car door in the desert in case it gets hot and I need to open it?
Mm-hmm. There you. Wow. But see, now this one, in a little bit, it kind of reminds me of how Damian Sandow went down. He fucking announced it and challenged John Cena in this whole night. I'm like, motherfucker, it's supposed to be a surprise.
He also beat the shit out of Cena first and still lost.
Exactly. But see, at least he looked credible in this.
Yeah.
This one was, talk about looking like a geek, like the ultimate geek. And I don't know if that was meant to be the Triple H's thing, is he's meant to be the geek now, or if this is his way of writing him off TV to rebuild him a little bit or something. I don't know. All I know is like I didn't really care about Austin Theory. Now I give absolutely no fucks.
It also goes back to when he first won the briefcase and he had that promo segment with Roman, and Roman was just like, you have no idea what to do with that thing.
No. And he was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth if that's what happened. But on the flip side, I thought about it from both sides. And I'm trying to think of a way out of this shitty situation that would make sense. All I can think of is, now, pardon the pun, but I have a theory. So what if next week Triple H comes out and says, A, it was already an open challenge, and B, it clearly states in the contract that it's for a world title. Therefore, the cash-in was null and void.
That would be okay. God.
That would also keep in the idea that Fury's an idiot.
I mean, that is the narrative of all narratives right now. He is a fucking idiot, and that's fine. Keep that narrative. If it works for him, it works for him. However, I don't know if you could backtrack though. There's all this goddamn media, all that printing of failed cash in, Austin Theories fails to cash in, the failed cash in, all that. You can't unwipe that from the internet, especially after multiple days. Now, if you want to, you can. I mean, or let me. If you want to ignore it, is what I should say, and just say like, "Oh, it never happened," like the E has done before. I don't think anybody would get mad at it. I mean, again, you're literally just solidifying the fact that Austin Theory is a moron, and that's fine. But is that Papa H? I'm hoping this is just he's an idiot, go away for a while and come back like a badass. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put on some weight or whatever, grow your beard out. I don't fucking know. Do something. He needs something. He needs more.
Come back as his brother Aiden Theory.
Sure, why not? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like he literally reminds me of a more athletic version of the ruthless aggression John Cena with half the body mass and a beard. I mean, that's exactly what he is to me right now. Exactly that. And way more of an a-hole. Way more of an a-hole.
When some of the media outlets started saying Theory could be the next John Cena, I looked at him and thought, you know what? He got the look. Yeah. I could see that potential. Cena was a geek when he first came in.
Exactly. I don't know about this big of a geek, but he was a geek.
No, he wasn't this big of a geek. No way. But
he was a geek.
If they can think of a way to flip this situation around, then they've got to do it straight away, because there's a lot of stink on Theory right now after Monday.
Exactly. So this coming Monday, if you want to hit the reset button, that is the only chance you get. That is the only chance you get. Otherwise, I better not see Theory. And this is personal right here. I better not see Theory for about 2 months. And when he comes back, he needs to be mean and nasty. And I mean mean and nasty. Somebody give him who's a good fucking manager hanging out, not doing shit right now. Where's Zeb Coulter at?
Oh, he tends to just shit on AEW these days.
I'm just saying.
He's also the guy that said Bray never got over with the fans.
Come on, that's asinine. That's just, you made me bring out a big ass word for stupidity. Are you kidding me?
Come on, Zeb.
This motherfucker's whole first promo was thanking the fans, and you're gonna shit on him like the fans didn't want him there? He was the most talked about dude on the internet, not being on television.
Mind you, this was before Bray came back. He was like, Bray never got over with the fans. I don't understand why they're so excited about it. Bray comes back. Excuse me, bitch.
He literally took over the internet to the point where he's having other people rewatch WWE again. Fans that have gone away have come back, and are they kind of fumbling his whole promo scenarios? Yeah, but that doesn't mean people still ain't watching.
No,
he's garnered plenty of attention.
Viewership's up here.
Exactly, they're up. Stop talking. Okay, I was gonna praise you. Stop talking at the side of your neck.
Yeah. So Hunter, fix it, and it
Fast.
better not just be Fury's gonna win the Rumble.
No, that's not how you fix it. That's not how you fix, unless it's with a complete character change. Otherwise, that's not how you fix this. You have to change him now. You have to. He still has the VK stink on him.
Yeah, he does.
And it won't go away until something changes.
If they do what I said, as if they're listening, and Triple H be like, this was in the contract, so don't worry about it. It's null and void. I want to see a scene with Triple H handing in a briefcase back going, don't fuck it up this time.
See, you know what? I would love that right there, because then guess what? Now you got Papa H throwing curveballs at you. This is not what you would expect out of Papa H. Old man's back there. Oh, yeah. I saw this coming a mile away. I was taking a nap while watching Raw, and I dreamt that this was going to happen. No, in this instance, that's one of those ones where it's like, hold on, wait a minute. What the fuck what do you see? What is going on? Did he get in your pocket? Did the old man get in your pocket for the kid? Is the old man coming? And now you're stirring up stuff. But at the same time, it could just be Papa H just being Papa H. Don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
We don't know. But I like that. I like that a lot. But again, just as you said, and I keep saying, it has to be fixed quickly. Quickly. It's either this Monday or it's a bust.
Yeah.
Or this is what it is.
It also would have been great in a way for him to cash in on Seth, who arguably has one of the greatest cash-ins of all time, even though it was for a mid-card title. But let's face it, we all know he was never going to beat Roman.
No. But a cash-in win is a cash-in win.
Yeah.
As you said, you're cashing in on the guy that has the most legendary cash-in of all time. That's still going to put your name somewhere. It's going to be helpful.
One of the weirdest narratives I've seen from people complaining about is that he cashed in on a title that he's already won. Well, so did Cena, so did Randy. Pretty sure Punk did.
You cannot be anything big without winning mid-card titles. Remember when Bobby Lashley won that motherfucker and remade it?
Yeah.
And he was huge for it. I remember when John won it, and everybody wanted to be U.S. champ when John won it. Everybody wanted to be U.S. champ. You seen dudes that was like, motherfucker, weren't you just in the world title picture a minute ago? And now you want to fuck with John because he's the U.S. champ? Make mid-card titles matter. Y'all want to make make them matter. Make them on the upper echelon. Let's put it to you like this. The last time I remember the U.S. title being on a decent lineage, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go all the way back to WCW. When Goldberg held that title, right? The whole fucking, they go Wayne's World, baby. I love that goddamn shit. But when you go all the way back to Goldberg, he literally walked around with the U.S. title as if he was the world champ because everybody hated Hogan. And he was obviously world champ. So when he beat him for the world title, the fucking world erupted, the arena erupted, whatever. There's change coming to WCW. Well, that didn't last long, but anyway, that was the narrative. You know what I mean? He was such a great mid-card champion. It led him directly to a world championship. I can think of another dude in the E, the Ultimate Warrior. He made the IC title huge. He made it huge. It wasn't I was going to say he made it the Workers title. Fuck no, he didn't do that. But he made it a title where it really fucking mattered. You know what I mean? Having it on Warrior really mattered. And then right into Hogan. Hogan loses, built a star. Mid-card fucking titles matter, all right? Like, slow down. Wait, hold on. Let me think of it. Remember, I'm going to finish this off because I just seen this motherfucker again on a goddamn episode of Raw. Rocky Maivia. Guy won IC title, I want to say 3-4 months into his first run. Yeah. And where did that lead him? To a great stable in the Nation of Domination. He held that goddamn title while turning into The Rock. So what the fuck are you talking about?
What does it matter if he's won it before? He can win it
exactly.
Again.
Multiple time, baby. Look at the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man is a multiple time fucking IC champion. And that's what you know him for.
Look like Ric Flair. Why is he won a world title again? He's already won it 15 times. Yeah, but he won 16.
Yes, who cares? Oh, you already won the world title. Beat it now. Okay, so then I guess that means we hate Moxley for being a 3-time world AEW world champ, right?
Yeah, even though he's carrying that shit.
Or we hate Jericho because he's the Ocho. Like, come on, dude. God, fucking Jesus Christ. That was fucking that's not a perfect segment into fucking shit mark say Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I mean I was gonna keep shit mark say till near the end of the show this week, but you know what? Let's keep us waiting. Because I want to do some trivia and then we got some other stuff to talk about. And actually,
keep it waiting,
in other news, kind of fits into this
let's keep it rocking
stupid decisions thing. So let's do some trivia first. Let's do bell to bell.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you both sets of questions, but I'm going to ask you which one you would have picked first. Seth Rollins matches or The Miz?
Oh, shit. I probably would have gone with Seth, but let's do The Miz for fun.
All right.
It's going to really test my brain.
Phoenix, that means you would have got The Miz.
Oh, shit. You got lucky.
All right. Miz matches. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. No Mercy 2016. Career versus title. And Miz versus Shane, WrestleMania 35. Which one lasted the longest?
Oh shit. Okay. Him and Ziggles for that. It was career and title. That one actually went pretty far. Went pretty long. But I'm stuck in the notion right now of how long did Shane drag this motherfucker?
Oh. I mean, the whole storyline was probably a good few months.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm more like, if you go back in time and you start looking at Shane and WrestleMania matches, I really don't think most of them are under fucking 19 minutes. He goes out there and takes his sweet ass time, is what I'm referring to, throwing these shoot ass punches and all this other fucking shit.
Takes the bumps and goes home.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Something makes me want to say him and Ziggles. Something makes me want to say him and Ziggles. So I'm gonna go with that. But when I find out Shane hogged all the time, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I always get confused that was the main event, but I think it was just the most important match of the night. Miz versus Ziggles was 19 minutes 42 seconds.
Sounds about right.
And Miz and Shane was 15:30.
Oh, let's go.
That would have been a point.
Let's go. Okay, tell me why I immediately heard Shane and I was like, that motherfucker went 23 minutes.
You know, his longest match was probably against Taker.
I was going to say, I was like, that's the one that keeps popping in my head. That one was at least 25.
Yeah.
That's just because it took him fucking 6 minutes to climb the goddamn cage.
And another 6 to get up after he jumped down.
Exactly, because they fucking, they're dead. Now what? Let's talk about how they died. Okay.
Stop the damn match. So, 2 Rollins matches. First up, Rollins versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 31, Instant Classic. And Rollins versus Rey Mysterio in an eye for an eye match at Extreme
Oh,
Rules
fuck.
2020, the horror show.
That stupid thing went forever, that dumbass match. Fuck.
So did the feud.
Oh, no. Stop it. That whole thing was just bad. And just to think they hired Hollywood-ass writers to fucking do an eye-popping thing. They said, no, that's too gross. Motherfucker, this was Halloween. Y'all are dumb.
Literally called the horror show.
It's called the horror show. Y'all have made horror movies. Come on now. Don't be stupid. Y'all stupid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kane actually lost an eye in one of those movies.
Right. You're right. You're 100% right. Fuck. You said it was Mania 31?
Yeah. The one with the crazy fucking
Mm-hmm.
curb stomp into an RKO.
Fantastico stuff. I want to say that one went like 17, 18, and then it was him and what was the other one?
Ray.
Sorry, him. Oh, that's right. The fucking God damn it, we're over here talking shit. God, I want to say the eye. I really do, but I really don't want to. Like I don't want to, but like my brain's like, I'm sure that's the right answer. I'm like, yeah, well, that's still the wrong answer, if you know what I mean. Fuck. Give me him and Randy, just because I feel like in the middle of the day, you're not gonna know how long it really went. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, so this is official match time that was broadcast. All right, so Rollins Orton was only 13 minutes 15 seconds.
I was afraid of that
because, of course, he cashed in later in the night. And Rollins Mysterio somehow was 18 minutes and 5 seconds.
Jesus Christ, that's exactly what I was afraid of.
You know, thanks to Max Wrestling, I've been able to show you many different sides of me. I, of course, am speaking of such characters as Black Bane. Oh, and Black Burnham. How about AG Wrestler? And who could forget the Kingpin? I've also had the pleasure of waking up at the ass crack of dawn, California time, what's also known as 4 a.m., so I can make many appearances on the Max Wrestling Podcast, where listeners have heard me take a morning piss, stop a Starbucks barista, and use words such as my nigger. That's our word. Our word. Allow me to address the Max Wrestling Podcast listeners by saying, let me tell you something, bitch. May the doors of the madhouse never close.
I'm interested to know what Phoenix's scores would have been on that one. All right.
Very.
In other news, Nick Aldis has been suspended by the NWA after giving them notice of leave. But
why does that sound like the most NFL thing I've ever fucking heard of in professional wrestling?
So when I heard that, I thought, fuck you, NWA, that's low. But then I read Billy Corgan's interview, and basically he got suspended not because he's deciding to leave and gave them plenty of notice, but because he gave notice and then decided to just trash the company in his own interviews. And Corgan's just like, what the? You're leaving,
I didn't know
why
he
are you
was
bashing the company.
Oh, I didn't know he was shitting on the company. No, that's no go. I don't. If you're on your way out, that's fine. You're on your way out, but don't go shitting on the company until you're gone.
Yeah, the company that literally made you.
Yeah, let's keep it real. You weren't you. Nobody remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember Magnus. Okay, I don't remember Magnus. If you take away your NWA run, homie, to me, you're Mickey James's husband. I'm sorry. I can already hear somebody's booing at me. Somebody just threw something at their computer screen. I know they did. I don't care. I'm sorry. That it's the truth. It is the goddamn truth. Without the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, Nick Aldis, Magnus, whatever the fuck you want to call him, would literally be demoted to Mickey James's husband.
I mean, I remember Magnus because I was a huge Impact fan back in the day. And his world title run in Impact sucked because it was like one of the worst periods in Impact ever.
Yeah, that's true. It was bad timing.
He was basically Dixie Carter's bitch at that time.
Yeah, I remember that.
So you owe a lot to the NWA right now.
Yeah, dude.
He also kept you champion for like, what, 2 years?
2+. I think we were talking about how long his goddamn reign was just not a couple weeks ago.
It was won at the same pay. He lost it at the same pay-per-view he won it at a couple of years
That's
later.
right, because of Murdoch. Yeah, we were talking about Murdoch. But that's the thing. They gave, and I hate saying it like that, but it's the truth. They gave you everything. Mr. Smashing Pumpkins gave you the fucking keys to the kingdom, and you fucking pissed at the doorstep. Why?
Pretty
was
much
working there
full creative control too.
I don't say, was working there that bad? Could it have been that bad? I mean, I get, you're not making Punk money. You're not making Moxley money or Bryan money. But let's be honest for a second. If you weren't in there and you didn't have that big ass run, would you even be making anywhere near that money? That NWA run is what's going to get you paid near them. Maybe not at their level, but near them. Without that run, dude, you're a part of QT's stable. I mean, I'm really trying not to shit all over him. I really am, dude. I mean, you would know better than me because of his Impact run. But I look at him and you're just a dude, bro. Like, you're just a dude. You're a dude with a physique.
I know a 3-letter word MJF would have used.
Mid. Like a motherfucker.
Mid. And then the NWA came along.
And again, and then you went to being one of the top in the top. From being in the same conversation as the Okadas, as the Naitos, as the Tanahashis, as the Punks, the Moxleys, the fucking list goes on and on. You're in that echelon only because of them.
And I can understand wanting to move on. You know, NWA doesn't really get much exposure. It doesn't make that much money. Nick Aldis has never been to WWE, so that's a new avenue he could explore.
I'm sure
that's
he
fine,
will.
but like, don't turn around and bite the hand that feeds you.
Exactly. Like, let's keep it real here. My very first job in this world, besides working for my father's mechanic business back in the day, is I used to work at Domino's Pizza. I used to make pizzas. You know what I mean? I used to half run a store, the whole everything. When I left, I didn't shit on them. You know, I didn't say, oh, this fucking place sucks. Watch me go work for Pizza Hut. And actually, later on in my life, I did, which makes it even funnier. But it's the truth. I never shot on them because there's no point of doing that. Without them, I wouldn't have had my first job. You know what I mean? Without them, I wouldn't have got work experience, customer service experience, hands-on experience to then apply to other positions moving forward. You know what I mean? Without that, like, I'm getting ready, like, in a personal matter, I'm hopefully getting ready to get into to move into an IT position. So I'm gone from having to deal with people on a daily basis to I walk in and you have to deal with me now. It's one of them things now. You need me, motherfucker. So, but I'm not shitting on nobody. And when I leave IT, I'm not going to be like, well, they needed me. No, it's you're paid to do a job. They're gonna chop you. They're gonna chalk you up as best as they can. And Billy Corgan would chalk you all the way up to the fucking moon and back, homie. The moon and back. And you pull the Billy Madison. You fucking flaming dog shit on his porch. There's poop again. You know, like come on, man.
On the flip side, I have, of course, shat on the Land of the Green M multiple times on this show, but I had my reasons.
Again, there's you got reasons. What reasons does he have?
Exactly. He wasn't held back.
What reasons does he have? They didn't make you the fucking national champion and you lost to what's the big ass motherfucking name? Brutus, or no, not Brutus. What the fuck is
Brody's Clay? Tyrus.
Yeah, Brody. There you go, Tyrus. You know, you ain't losing to Tyrus. You lost to fucking Trevor Murdoch. Yeah, I understand that, but also look how big of a fucking star Trevor Murdoch got over there, and you helped him get there. So you're gonna get mad about some shit like that?
And he's like, a workhorse.
I don't understand, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like that's a dream of ours. Like you want me to be the face of your motherfucking company? I'll never shit on you now. I'll be the face as long as I could be the face. And then if we even if we have a bad breakup, they gave me so much. It just ended bad, unfortunately.
It's like if Cena had shit on WWE when he left.
Thank you. That's a perfect example.
No, Cena was the poster boy. Nick Aldis, you were the poster boy of NWA.
You were without, like, bro, like, they started YouTube, whatever. They started going back to video or whatever the fuck you want to call it, weekly shows, because of a champion like you, because they had somebody to build the show around like you. And they did for fucking years, dude. For years. To the point where we even thought TK was like, fuck, I'm going to buy NWA too. Watch. And he didn't do it, which is a good thing. But it's...
I also don't imagine, like, Billy Corgan would give you many problems either, because he seems like such a switched-on guy. He even tried to save Impact at one point, and they screwed him over.
Oh, yeah, they did. Big time. But...
And they ended up owing him a lot of money.
Again, when that's what happens when people are like, I need some help. All right, cool, let me help you. I didn't ask for your help. No, but motherfucker, you did. Remember, you did. You said I need some help, and I came helping, and I didn't need your help. Okay, I mean, I guess I read the signals wrong.
I'm gonna head out.
Right, I'm gonna get. Let me see you later.
So wherever Aldis goes next, I think maybe he needs to work on his ego problem. I'm also said on this show before, I've met Nick Aldis, and I'm pretty sure he was a baby face at the time, but he was a bit of a dick. Like, he didn't seem interested in the fan interaction whatsoever. He was just, yeah, I'll sign it. Boom.
Now, I haven't had many interactions up close. I have heard, though, that there's a lot of dudes that are like that. There's a lot. Like, I heard Roman's like that. I heard Seth is like that. I've heard, who else did I hear was like that? That made me kind of upset. Oh, yeah, big-ass Braun Strowman. I'm like, motherfucker, you was a nobody. How the hell you gonna get mad at some people asking you for a goddamn autograph? You is nobody.
He's a nerd playing monster in red skinny jeans.
Hey, talk about that was the perfect line ever, man.
Before we go on to that, though, Samoa Joe, James Storm, who else did I meet? That was awesome. Oh, Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky.
All of them, awesome people.
Sir.
Even Kurt Angle, who was fucking injured and in a wheelchair, still came to fan interaction.
Kurt's the man. Kurt's a legend.
But yeah, let's go to AEW because Jeff Jarrett. Took a big shot at Braun Strowman, and Triple H actually too.
Yeah. But hey, yeah, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I liked it, but it was like, really, Jarrett? Really, motherfucker?
As soon as he comes out and starts running his mouth, you know this is gonna go sideways.
Oh yeah, well, anytime fucking Jeff Jarrett has a goddamn microphone in his hand, you know it's gonna go sideways.
Oh god, the Hall of Fame ceremony. They let that motherfucker and Road Dogg sing a cappella for 2 minutes.
I'm so glad I didn't watch it.
Half the crowd didn't know the words.
Good. Keep it that way. Fucking dumbass shit. Now, here's what I'm a little worried about. I'm only saying this just to be an asshole. But if that motherfucker goes to L.A. in January and throws tortillas in the crowd, I'm hopping the gate. I don't give a motherfucker. I don't give a motherfucker. If this motherfucker shows up in L.A. and starts throwing tortillas, he will get his ass beat. No question. I will get dragged out by 9 grown men. I don't fucking care. Jeff Jarrett, if somebody's listening to this, you have a connection to Jarrett, you tell them right now. You leave them sons bitches at home. Don't you dare bring them fuckers to L.A.
On the plus side, he did play up on Jay Lethal and Sanjay and Satnam, put him all 3 of them over.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, maybe he's gonna do some good for the trio. And like you said, he does have a lot of history with at least 2 of them.
Oh yeah. Big time history. Yeah, to the whole TNA run.
But yeah, he's the last outlaw now.
I mean, I guess I could have sworn I have already heard that name from him. I think that started coming up when he did the when did he show up? GCW. They called him the last outlaw in GCW. Then again when he showed up at Ric Flair's last match, or quote unquote. And so that's cool. I mean, use the moniker. You're the last outlaw. I mean, I don't give a rat's ass. He just
shows up in random companies.
He really does. He just shows up. Oh, I'm here. Remember me? I was Jeff Jarrett. Who?
It's
Just
literally
put
a
the hat,
wild Jeff Jarrett appears.
put the dumbass white hat on, and everybody will remember you.
Now
That's
still
what
know.
it is.
You know, Jarrett, J-A-R-R-E
Yep.
double T. Oh, that guy.
But the fucking dumbass thing is like I swear I only remember hearing him say that in like the early '90s. Like I don't remember ever hearing him say that shit at all, ever, not once in WCW. But then again,
No.
I probably wasn't paying attention.
I mean, he's always carried that fucking guitar around, but
Oh yeah, that's been his. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, even working in the original, well, not in the original, when he first showed up at WCW, and the idea was he was there to help out Ric Flair because they have history or whatever. Yeah, he even had the fucking guitar back then and shit. But he seemed like way more of a rip off of Flair than anything else. Like he was doing the strut like Flair, and instead of doing the woo, he would do the the fucking two fingers up and shit. And it's like, motherfucker, you are literally trying to be Ric Flair, like as hard as you can be.
yeah, to the point of multiple time world champion in his own company.
Jeez, I wonder why. Got to catch up that number, huh? The number means everything.
But I didn't realize he's younger than quite a lot younger than Sting.
Yeah, right? That's fucking weird. I mean, no, that's not. I don't want to say that's too weird. I remember watching a stupid young Jeff Jarrett when I reviewed the worst show that Retro Rewind has ever reviewed, and that was AWA's. I forgot what the fucking show was, but it was a show from AWA, I think Midnight Classic or Mid South Classic or something or another. All I know is it was from '88. It was beyond fucking mid. The show was main evented by Kerry Von Erich versus Jerry the King Lawler, and it stopped due to blood. And I'm like, what? I mean, now granted, at the time my 2020 mind or 2019 mind was like, why the fuck would you stop this shit for blood? But I mean, they had different rules back then. All I know is that whole fucking show was ass. This is literally the worst show we've ever reviewed. It was just goddamn abysmal. But no, besides the dumb DQ, the most glaring thing I remember was like a young 21, 22-year-old Jeff Jarrett. And I'm like, in 88? I might have thought you were older than that, man. Nope.
He's 55 now. Sting, for comparison, is
62.
Yeah.
7 years the elder.
Crazy. Also in AEW, Samoa Joe turned heel? I don't know. I couldn't tell by the reaction, but he attacked Wardlow.
Yeah, it's a heel move. I don't get it though.
I could smell it coming because of the distance between him behind Wardlow. He's gonna jump him.
Yeah, you could tell it from there, and then apparently, if you would watch Rampage on Friday, you could tell that they were already stemming from some issues. I guess they had a little like beef with each other. I knew this was gonna happen, especially this. I mean, besides obviously seeing Samoa Joe just stand there, very methodical, like. I knew it was going to happen the second I heard Wardlow say he wants every title. And Joe's like, motherfucker, no, you don't. I do. And there goes the ass whooping. Now, the question is, it looks like we're getting a triple threat, but for what belt?
Yeah.
The TNT or the Ring of Honor?
Well, I think now is the perfect time to do one of those old 2-fall matches.
I'm down.
They're very, very rare.
No, they are rare, but see, that's the thing. That's a good thing because it's not something that's done a lot. So let's do it. Let's bring some enthusiasm, some excitement to the fucking show. It's going to be on the pay-per-view. Yeah. And right now, that's a fucking pretty stacked card for, I think, the 4 matches that have already been announced for it. And if you add something like this with the old school feel and just interestingness, I hate that to make up a word like that, but I'm going to. It'll garner attention. It'll garner attention. And then the reality is you get Joe out there working for like 15, 16 minutes. Everybody's going to love that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a win. Personally, I think it's a win. You know what I mean? Do that. Do a cool little double title thing. If that means fucking Wardlow is the end all be all, then that means Wardlow is the end all be all, baby.
Literally, the only 2-fall match I think I've seen is Jericho, Benoit, Kurt Angle.
And again, how long ago was that? That still lives
That was
in your
WrestleMania
brain.
2000.
Again, 22 years, and it's still in your brain.
Oh yeah, it was a classic. So there's 8 matches so far for Full Gear. We already have a 4-way for the Ring of Honor World Title, so we could squeeze another triple threat in there. We've also got the tag match added now: Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby.
Not bad.
You know what? This fucking World Title Eliminator tournament, it didn't even register in my brain that we were going to get the final at Full Gear and that the winner was going to get a title shot. I thought, because they have title eliminators all the time. But this is an actual tournament, so Ethan Page and Bandito are both through. Brian Cage is through, and we're going to get Lance Archer or Ricky Starks. So one of those 5/4 will be the next number 1 contender.
So here's my thing. I have a funny feeling they really want to do Ricky Starks and Brian Cage again, and I think they could. And this time, Ricky wins.
And that was what I was looking at then. I think one of those two would be the winner, but they're going to be facing each other in the semifinals the night before Full Gear on Rampage. So it's going to be one of those two.
Here's the problem. This is just like how it's been with Mox and Pentagon and Mox and whoever else. Whoever wins this is just going to lose.
Yeah.
So who's gonna make the biggest impact by losing? Personally, I'm gonna go with the smart route, if you will, and I'm gonna say Bandito. You give Bandito a shot at MJF. Give it fucking call it in like December or whatever. You know what I mean? You give him a shot at MJF. And the way MJF has been able to adapt to other people's style, I think you could put on a banger of a match. I think it would work a lot better. But then again, I also think Ethan Page would be a good move. For familiarity reasons, they have worked with each other before. So you have that right there. And 2, Ethan Page has really been needing a push of some sort. And a world title shot, a really good match, and, being obviously given that little upper mid-card pushy thing could be super beneficial for him. Then at the same time, that's the same exact thing you can give with Rick. You could say it about all 4 of these guys. You could say it about Archer as well, all 5 even. I could totally see them want to do it with Brian Cage. You just brought this guy in and let him go on a fucking tear, even though he's lost 2 straight.
Yeah,
back to back before winning.
Lance Archer has lost pretty much every big match he's ever had.
Exactly, which is kind of why I don't want him to win.
Yeah, right.
I'd rather Ricky win, because I'm like, dude, just save him the loss in a fucking title match, please. He doesn't need that. Again,
you kind of forget Lance is still there too. They just bring him in when they need a big match and someone to lose.
Well, he was also hanging out in Japan.
Yeah.
So,
but another big match added to the card, which we knew was coming. Saraya and Britt Baker last night's promo segment was fucking incredible. So raw.
I'm on the fence.
Really?
Very on the fence. First and foremost, congratulations to Saraya. You popped my wife. She is bananas that you're coming back. She loved you in the Total Divas, and she actually decided that you were one of her favorites to watch in ring besides Asuka. Sorry, Asuka's just the best there is, but I hate to break it to you.
I mean, it's good company.
You mean, right? Yeah, you're telling me. But no, so to get to the segment, and Punk's done this before. To me, Saraya walked in, Paige, whatever they want to call her. Saraya walked in, and she said, "That's fantastic that Britt, you made yourself relevant in 3 years." But then turn around and made it like it's the bullshit company. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't do anything. She said she wrestled the O2. She said she wrestled Madison Square Garden. You didn't do those in the indies. You didn't do them by your own name. You did them under the WWE banner. By the way, she also never wrestled in the Tokyo Dome. That's fucking blatant lie. So to bring all those lovely things up, what have you done by yourself, my dear? What have you done outside of your family's name and outside of the WWE? I bet you it's just as much as she's done in the 3 years she's been there. To me, this entire, or not entire thing, but to me, Saraya's entire promo felt like, because I was in the E, I'm better than you. That immediate word, superstar. You know, we build women wrestlers here, not superstars. And as AEW, that's going to be the first fucking fastball they throw. And that's exactly what it is. It's a fastball because you know it's coming. You know it's all reliable. And they're going to use that. But then you don't, as the quote-unquote superior star, need to then say, well, I was here, so, you know, I'm way better than you. If you want to walk around and do what Serena Deeb does and spew yourself, I'm a 30-year veteran. I'm a 17-year veteran professionally. You know, I've wrestled up and down this and up and down that and da-da-da-da-da, and not named all the fucking places you've wrestled other than like the countries. Oh, I've been to Japan. I've been to the UK, Canada, here, Mexico. What have you done? Like, if you want to use those arguments, hey, dude, then that hell of a promo cut. Good job. I like where this is going. Da-da-da-da-da. But she literally walked in and said, that's my bag I got from WWE. Where's your shit? And I'm like, no. Punk did that, and that's what immediately got him some fucking heat. Punk could have easily said, I built Ring of Honor. I made people want to come around and watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I made the independent scene. That's all Punk could have and should have said. But instead, he played it a lot of, well, I was in the E. Well, I did this because of the E. And I did this because I was in the E. And then the last thing that shocks my ass, because, are you ready for this one? Here's the reality of professional wrestling. There's somebody called the Booker. And that Booker chooses people on who to pick, on who to push. So when Saraya says, Tony Khan has handed you everything, Papa H handed you everything in NXT, and then VK handed you everything on the main, because they're bookers and that's their fucking job. That's how people get over. You're given this opportunity to show yourself. And when you start to do good things and you garner attention and you garner sales and the whole everything in between, they're going to continue to push you because they trust you. So what happened when we had Britt Baker, who was Adam Cole's girlfriend, and she's awkward and can't wrestle and can't this, and flips the motherfucking switch on a boat and takes the world by storm in 2.5 years, has turned into just as big of a star as you were in NXT and in WWE without your lineage. Yet your baggage is bigger than hers because you have lineage. Did you get as big as her in 3 years? Were you on main roster television in 3 years? Like, I could be that asshole and be I'm the hardcore AEW. No, it was more of why are we using WWE as an excuse? Are we really going to say that is the more superior place because you were there, you're better? Because if that's the case, I mean, then, MJF shouldn't be in the world title picture. Jamie Hayter shouldn't be in the world in the women's title picture. Sammy Guevara shouldn't be hanging out with Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson. You start chalking off these names because they weren't in the E, if that's where we're going to go. Otherwise, use your goddamn lineage for what it is. Serena Deeb never once says what company she's wrestled for. She just tells you she's been wrestling forever and all around the world. And because of that, that's how you look at it. Use a different blanket, my dear.
Okay, I see those points. I'm sure in reality she does respect everything Britt's done. And
no, I'm not saying that.
But like the storyline here is like she came from WWE to steal Britt Baker's spotlight. That's how Britt sees it, and that's what she brought up.
For sure, for damn sure.
But I mean, in reality, she has done a lot more than Britt. Maybe not in such a short amount of time, sure. But the emotion was fucking real, and I got choked, and there's no denying there was some tears in Britt's eyes. She tried so hard to stay in character. God bless her.
It's awesome to hear that somebody gets cleared after what they've gone through. Okay, I know I was just throwing shade all over the girl, but I'm excited for her to be back. You know, I wish she would have used different wordage to chalk her own self up, but that is what it is. You know, I'm still excited for her to come back. I'm excited to see what she does. I'm scared for her because I do understand, like I've said for weeks, that this company isn't that not so stiff company. We're not out there for the entertainment. We're out there because we like to wrestle. And that's what's going to happen. You know, it's what's going to happen. Look at Britt Baker, for crying out loud. Every other time we turn around, she busted her nose. Yeah. This isn't, you know, as we love to say, this ain't ballet. So, you know, what's going to happen? I mean, Baker's probably the best person to put Saraya with at first. Best person to put her with. She's not going to fuck her up. I mean, she's going to get some good shots in. Some things are going to hurt. Da-da-da-da-da. This is a good start. We'll see where it goes from here.
The pieces that got me were when she talked about, obviously she's giving her neck to the business, which
as
is
she
true,
has.
And like how she was publicly humiliated, how she fought her drug abuse publicly, all that kind of stuff. I know that's the moment where Britt started holding back those watery eyes,
because it's true. And as fellow humans, you feel for that person. As much as I can be the a-hole and just say, bitch, you put yourself in that situation because of this, this, and this. All those were personal things that got brought to light. And again, I could be the asshole. I could, but there's no fucking point because that's the reality. They were personal things brought to light that shouldn't have been brought to light.
No, she didn't ask anybody to do it.
No, exactly. It's invasion of privacy.
But I think this is why so many people gravitate towards Saraya, because she's so wide open. Like, she doesn't hide a fucking thing.
Oh, God, no. And I mean, I don't want to say good on her, but good on her. You know, I mean, that takes a lot. That takes a lot. I could be like, that takes some big ass balls. And she doesn't have any. That takes some serious, you know, some guttural fortitude, if you will. It's not easy. It's not easy to lay yourself down on a fucking silver platter for other people that then have to judge you or get to judge you, I should say.
It's also very smart. And I know DC's going to appreciate this reference. If I go back to very first season of Game of Thrones, one of the fan favorite characters, Tyrion, one of my favorite quotes from him to Jon Snow was along the lines of, use whatever, you know, names, insults, whatever the world is going to use against you, use them as armor because they can't be used against you.
Beautiful.
So she's taken all of these hits and just gone, yep.
Kept on going. She's Rambo right now, baby. Bullets are flying off me.
Let's hope she is bulletproof.
And this is why I love the TSK. As we were watching this last night, Teddy shocks them as loud as everybody. She took a bump. I said, yeah. She's back. Oh, well, are they going to
100% cleared?
I said, no, dude. You're not going to be taking a bump. You're not going to be giving out a move where you have to take a bump. Like, not I'm going to take a move. No, you're giving a move where you got to take a bump. If she's doing that, she's 100%. Now, how long can she stay 100%? Do people need to baby her in the ring? What's going to go down? That's my question. You know, can you be world champion while also being on a pitch count, if you will? You know what I mean? You can't get hit so many times.
There's 3 women's matches on the show. I'm looking forward to 2 of them.
Yeah.
Jade and Nyla, not so much. But let's just get over that and give Jade a belt back.
Yeah, please and thank you. Just move
on. Also in AEW, we're still seeing the more violent side of B-Dry.
Beating the shit out of people. Fuck.
But man, Sammy with that fucking chair. Sammy, you've had bad experience throwing chairs at people. You need to take it easy.
Yeah, I need you to stop doing that. Like right now.
But so that's B-Dry with 2 over Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was a good. This one was really good. I want to say it was better than the first one.
Definitely more intense.
Absolutely more intense. I'm hoping this means that this is this is the new one. This is the new Danny. This is what Danny Garcia was supposed to be. They're going to unlock Sammy Guevara, and maybe him and his cocky ass wife are going to be part of the BCC.
That'd be a bold move.
I mean, it would be, wouldn't it?
Very
Think about
bold.
it. But
Because Sammy's got a lot of people to win back over.
That's true. He really does. But then again, I don't know. It's one of those cool. It's one of those things where I don't know. Maybe I'm putting it into content a little too much into context, or for all I know, maybe he's using it as like a coy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna, use this guy and beat the crap out of this guy, just like I did you, Danny, and watch him actually join us because he wants to be a pro wrestler. He's not a sports entertainer, but I don't know. He's also a gigantic a-hole and works way better as a sports entertainer.
And he's always been Jericho's boy since day one.
That's true.
Also, I loved Bryce chasing Ty around the ring just to eject her.
Big ass Bryce. I love Bryce. Bryce is so much fun sometimes, man. And then there's those people on the goddamn internet. They get all fucking pissed off because the referees are doing too much, and I'm watching the ref too. Don't you think that's a nice thing? Shouldn't the referees be a part of the show?
It's fun when the refs do shit.
I remember, and again, to go back in the day, I remember in NWA and WCW where these referees were not quiet guys. When they saw Ric Flair cheating, they'd kick the rope out of his hands. When they saw Dusty Rhodes, not Dusty Rhodes, where they saw Arn Anderson doing something, they'd catch him and like, what are you doing? They would do stuff. When fucking goddamn, what's his poor bastard, Jim Duggan. When Jim Duggan would get the tape out of his crotch, and some guys would take it away, some guys wouldn't. I understand why. Interactive refs are nice.
Yeah, they should be. Like, I couldn't name half the fucking referees these days, but I know so many classic referees from WWE's heyday, the fucking Hebners, Chad Patton, Mike Chioda, Tim White, they were all characters.
They were animated. It was nice.
You don't want just a bland, stripy guy in the corner.
No. Because that makes part of the match boring. Because when all of a sudden you get a rest hold, or all of a sudden, there's like a big here's how I look at it. I'll see like a big move, and then just to like see like the ref just like standing there like this. That's fucking boring. But then all of a sudden I look over and I'm watching AEW and I see like a big Hurricane Rana or whatever, and goddamn Bryce is like, that's fucking cool. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That's fucking cool.
And at the same time, referees should command respect. Like, if you look at rugby,
yes,
it's
dude,
it's this game of big fucking meaty, sweaty guys, and they all speak to the referees with yes sir, no sir.
That's right.
And
big
the
meaty
referees
man slapping me. Oh yeah, and I've seen these cats, and they're just like, he's like, hey, if I don't want to be spoken to like that. You better calm your. He's like, you're right. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize. And it's like, and this dude was like gigantic compared to this little guy. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's what it is. They command respect. And that's how it is. Fucking Aubrey commands respect.
Oh, yeah. Nobody fucks with Aubrey.
I'm not fucking
Jericho
with
tries, but he gets fucked back.
Are you kidding me? I'm not messing with her.
Man. All right. What else happened in AEW last night?
Any fun? That opener was a banger. Good opener.
Yeah.
Super solid stuff.
And also, was fucking Billy Gunn just sprints into the ring. I thought he was running down to do the scissor me, but he just runs straight into the ring to scrap with fucking Swerve.
It was awesome. Well, yeah, because the guy fucked his hands up, but I mean, I love that. Again, I went from literally hating this guy to like loving it. And by the way, fucking poor goddamn Dax and Cash, these motherfuckers, I think, have literally been back in the States less than 24 hours. Maybe 24 hours. They were just in Osaka defending their IWGP tag titles against the Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb.
Shit.
And I'm like, fuck, what are you guys doing back here already? Like, I swear to God, that match was not but 2 days ago. Not even a day ago.
Eesh.
I mean, hey, that red eye life.
Yeah. Damn. And also another great showing from Jamie Hayter. She just has banger after banger after banger after banger. She is looking like a credible threat for Toni Storm.
As she should be. Jamie Hayter was a credible threat fuck a while ago. At least I
But
thought
now
so.
people are noticing.
I remember when Baker was champ, and everybody thought Jamie Hayter would be a great opponent for her. And now it looks like, I mean, they're going to probably lean that way. At least I'm hoping. You know, this is maybe where Jamie wins it, and now you got inner turmoil between her and Britt. But I'm gonna keep going with your sentiments. Get rid of the fucking interim already. Get rid of it. I don't see Thunder Rosa coming back anytime soon. We've heard nothing of her return. Nothing. So why are we still playing it up like she might come back one day, maybe? Last time I checked in the UFC, if you do not defend that belt within 30 days, you are no longer interim champion. I'm sorry, 90 days. You're no longer interim champion. I know it's been almost 90 days. I know that 90 days, Clouds, if there is one, it's almost up. Get rid of the interim.
Toni Storm has been champion for 66 days, and Thunder Rosa's reign is still ongoing. But 66 of those days for Thunder Rosa, she hasn't even been fucking active.
So then there we go, dude. We're less than 30 days away. Get rid of the interim. If she's not back by December, cut it.
Yeah. Tony's been champion since early September.
Exactly. Enough
Almost
already.
Christmas.
Come on now. Damn Grimman.
And I know we don't like to be fickle. We were all behind Toni Storm, and she's been a great interim champion, but it's just bad timing, really, because now Jamie Hayter's really got some momentum going behind her. And
well, okay, hold on, Potts. I'm not going to go bad timing. Toni Storm should have had it a while ago.
Well, yeah, they held on too long on Toni Storm, too.
They could have easily given her another 2-month reign, and everything would have been copacetic. And we would have been like, oh, it's perfect time now. Now is this and that. I mean, it is a tad rushed, you know, because we're still kind of living the Toni Storm life and the da-da-da-da-da. But as you said, dude, Jamie Hayter's lighting the world on fire. And when you're undeniable, you're undeniable. MJF right now, undeniable. Jamie Hayter, undeniable. You need to crown them. And if you don't, shit, I don't know what to tell you, man. Those are good old fashioned.
That motherfucker.
Exactly, dude. Those are good old fashioned fumbles if you don't get on that one.
Yeah, they've dragged their feet with way too many women in AEW at this point. So just pull the trigger on Jamie. I mean, Tony can easily win it again at some point, but Jamie Hayter's hot as hell right now.
But I mean, it's like if that's the narrative of we don't know when she's gonna win it again, give it time. Allow her to regain the attention of the crowd. That's the great thing about pro wrestling fans. We get sick of people quick.
Yeah.
So we'll be flippy floppy. Don't worry.
It's not even that we get sick of people. I love Toni Storm being champion, but I can't. If I could have both, I would.
There we go. It's when you're undeniable. Again, like how I said, when you're undeniable, you're undeniable.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in WWE, I mean, we talked about Fury's cash-in, but the only other segment that caught my eye from Raw was fucking Io Shirai and Asuka's Japanese off.
I'm sorry, what? What the hell did I miss?
You not seen? Okay, so they just began arguing back and forth in Japanese. But then somebody released a clip with English captions, and it was amazing. And it basically went along the lines of, Asuka saying, "Oh, you speak Japanese?" And Io's like, "Of course I speak Japanese. How did you not know I speak Japanese?"
No, they're both Japanese.
And Asuka's like, "Oh, that's amazing. I'm just gonna say this: stupid, stupid, stupid." And then Io just comes back with in English, "Bitch."
I have to watch this now. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yes, it's much better with captions.
Oh, I believe this.
I mean, it was probably, I didn't see it live, but it was probably badass to just see them going back and forth in Japanese. But then when you see what they're actually saying to each other, it's just like, this is crazy. It doesn't even sound like a real argument, but it's great.
They're having too much fun.
It sounds so much more badass in Japanese.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Oh, that's awesome.
Meanwhile, Alexa and Bianca are in the background acting like they know exactly what Asuka's saying.
They're like, yeah. What the fuck she said?
Like Asuka shouts something in Japanese, like, "Oh, you don't know what the fuck she just said."
No, sir, you know
she
nothing.
Just said stupid 3 times. That's all she said.
No, it sounded like, no, you're stupid. Shut up.
It was the Japanese equivalent of Randy Orton. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
There you go. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
400 episodes, that's crazy.
You're going to have to bear with me on this one. So, Max Wrestling, RWT, TSK, and promo fans tuning in worldwide, I want you to tune in and listen clearly. Because I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can so I can get through all of this. On this journey, since I've joined Max Wrestling, I have met many, many amazing people. People like Emir, Harold, Tyler, Ted P, Moni Lynn, Moses Marquez, Dazzy Lee, Chad, Phoenix, Nicola, Michael Larkin, Daniel Crimmins, Lewis of Evolution, and Chris Maldonado, Chris Durham, Andre Corbill, and the list continues. I'm sorry if I missed your name, but I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get through it. Each and every single one of you have helped me become a better man and a better person, not just for myself, but for my family. And if it wasn't for all of you, I probably would not be standing here breathing. So for that reason, I thank you, my wife thanks you, my children thank you. Daniel Crimmins, you placed a blessing on my life that I will never forget, and I will respect you till the day I die. Moses Marquez, you are my brother. I will fight with you. I will fight for you, and I will stand by your side till we're old and dead. You are my ride or die. Dazzy, thank you so fucking much for allowing all of us to come onto your platform that you created. And congratulations on 400 episodes. Congratulations on 400 episodes. But 400 episodes is just the beginning. We got 400 more we got to do. And the next era begins at promo series. So this rising storm, this storm is the new era. In this new era, I want to see everything. I want to see everyone getting involved. I want people like Harold. I want people like Tyler, Derek Teeter. I want to see AJ Sparks, Tiffany Durham. I want to see new people. And Moses and I, we're going to be the outlaws in all of this. We're going to be the ones to show all of you a stronger, more dominant way to become a champion. We together are going to lead this new era. And it begins at promo series when I face Chad and Dazzy for the world championship in the triple threat. Every triple threat I have ever seen is no disqualification. So bring your weapons, because I'm going to bring mine, and I'm going to bring a couple more surprises with me that you are not prepared for. So this new era, it will begin with me as your world champion. Congratulations on 400 episodes. Here's to 400 more and me whooping your ass.
$400 episodes, that's crazy.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. We're here every single Thursday. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, wherever it is you may be joining us for the next 400 episodes. Still to come, this week's Geek of the Week, the best of the week, and we're going to be doing the Guest the Wrestler. So we're also going to go back in time to this week in wrestling history, but let's do Guest the Wrestler first, because I was going to have you and Phoenix both do a Guest the Wrestler for a point, but obviously Phoenix isn't here. So what we're going to do, I think it's your turn anyway. So whoever the wrestler is, that's who I'm going to cut the promo on.
Beautiful.
So hit the graphic for Guest the Wrestler.
I wonder who this could possibly be.
Guess the wrestler.
He's the wrestler, better than all the wrestler. All right, here we go. This one is going to be a fun one. Let's see. The problem is like some of these are going to be instant giveaways. So let's do what we can Jersey All Pro Wrestling heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. He is a former Premier Championship Wrestling NWA X Division champ, PCW heavyweight champ 4 times, PCW tag team champ 2 times with 2 different people, Raw Skills and Chris Stevens, and he won the Premier Cup back in 2005 and 2007.
Oh, this is somebody from early TNA then.
This one should help you out a tad bit. Weekly Pro Wrestling. Now, actually, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no. 3 Best Bout Awards, 1 Best Foreigner Award, and 1 Best Tag Team Award back in 2010. The Foreigner Award was from 2016 through 2018. Best Bouts in 2010, 2016, 2017. Let's see here. Here we go. SoCal Uncensored named him 2 Match of the Year candidates. 1 in 2017, 1 in 2018.
Darian?
No. PWG World Champion 1 time and winner of the Battle of Los Angeles back in 2009.
Oh, man. No, I'm going.
Let's go. Here, I'll let you pick the next one. Do you want some Pro Wrestling Illustrated, or do you want me to keep with the companies?
Let's try a couple more companies.
All right, here we go. We'll go with... He is a 1-time AAA Mega Champion.
What about Low-Key? Low-Key.
No, Low-Key.
Oh, that would have been a good promo.
Now let's go to a beautiful company that should help. Actually, no, let's 2 more little difficult ones. Canadian Wrestling Elite Tag Team Champion with Danny Duggan, and Canadian Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion.
That means he's from Canada?
Possibility. Now let's go with this company right here that should start giving some hints. DDT Extreme Championship 1 time. KOD 6-man tag team champion twice. KOD Openweight champion. KOD tag team champion 3 times. Sea of Japan 6-person tag team champion once. King of DDT tournament back in 2012. Also another Best Match Award in 2012. A 1-time Impact World Heavyweight Champion. We go to Japan. He is a 2-time Never Openweight 6-man tag team champion.
Joe.
No. He is a former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champion, a 2-time Junior Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Intercontinental, 1-time Heavyweight, and he is the inaugural winner of the IWGP United States Championship.
Oh, fuck.
He won Best Bout in 2016 and 17, won in the G1 Climax, won in Osaka-jo Hall, named New Japan Pro Wrestling MVP in 2017.
Wait, was it Kenny?
By God, Kenny Omega, also named Wrestler of the Year in 2017. All of those bouts. Let's see, 2010 with Kota Ibushi against Prince Devitt and what's that? Ryusuke Taguchi. No, you're correct. It's Kenny Omega.
I would have said Kenny a long time ago, but I do not remember him being X Division champion.
No, that was a completely different company, not TNA X Division. That was, where did it go? Where did that X Championship go? That was NWA Canadian X Division champion and Premier Championship Wrestling.
Obviously, it was the NWA X Division title originally.
If I would have went with the Wrestling Observer, I'm sure you would have got it. No problem. He is Observer Hall of Fame in 2020. Best Wrestling Maneuver 2016 through 18 and 2020, with being the One-Winged Angel. Feud of the Year in 2017 with Kazuchika Okada. Feud of the Year in 2021 with Adam Page. Japan MVP in 2018. Most Outstanding Wrestler 18 in 2020. Pro Wrestling Match of the Year against Okada in 17 and 18. So once at Wrestle Kingdom, the other one at Dominion. So it's the 6-star and the 7-star, quote unquote. Match of the year in 2020 against Adam Page against the Young Bucks. U.S. and Canadian MVP 2021. Also Wrestler of the Year 18 and 21. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny by God Omega.
Damn. Now I gotta cut a promo on Kenny by God Omega.
I was gonna do Nick Jackson. I swear to God, I was just like Nick Jackson. I was like, nah, it just seems a little obscured. But yeah, have fun cutting a promo on Kenny.
At least it's only 60 seconds. All right. Speaking of time, we're going back in time with This Week in Wrestling History. And there isn't an awful lot of history this week. So November 5th, 2001, we're kicking it off. In the main event of Raw, bitter team WWF rivals collided as The Rock defeated Chris Jericho to become a 2-time WCW champion. Which also meant he was the second to last ever WCW champion because, of course, Jericho won it, then they merged it.
Yeah.
November 5th, 2017, Gail Kim became Knockouts champion for the 7th time, defeating Ali and Sienna at Bound for Glory. The title was then vacated officially the following day, even though it was on TV like 2 or 3 weeks later, as Gail Kim retired for the first time.
First time?
For the first time in there. November 7th, 2017. I know Chad loves this bit of history because he was in attendance. On SmackDown from Manchester, AJ Styles defeated Jinder Mahal to win his second WWE Championship. This was the first time ever that the WWE title changed hands outside of the USA and Canada. And it was the only time until Brock won the title this year at Blood Money 7.
There you go.
November 9th, 1997, the infamous Montreal Screwjob took place at Survivor Series. Need I say more? Yes, I probably do for all you uneducated Vince lickers. So, of course, Shawn Michaels puts Bret in the sharpshooter. Earl Hebner calls for the bell. Bret never tapped. Bret leaves for WCW. And he was, of course, screwed out of the title officially behind the scenes by Vince, Shawn, and Earl.
Yeah, well, the entire thing behind it was, obviously, for those who know, that's scripted. The idea is that they were Shawn was going to win, and Bret had agreed that Shawn was going to win. However, they never said anything about him reversing or getting out of the sharpshooter. If anything, he was going to grab a rope or whatever. But when they locked it in, that's when Vince saw this as a perfect opportunity to tell Earl Hebner to ring the bell. They did, then leading to Bret Hart getting ultimately pissed off to the point of punching Vince in the face, knocking him out, and then leaving.
Not before spitting on him live on camera.
Yep. That too. If you want to know more, and you should, because this was a great moment in history, in some sorts, check out Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
They do it so much justice.
It was like one of the first big public scandals in wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Fucking mad scandal, bro.
To the extent that Shawn and Bret were never face-to-face again until, 2010? In the ring on Raw? Crazy.
After fucking, how many years was that?
So that was 13 years.
Jesus Christ.
They never saw each other face-to-face. And I'm pretty sure Bret still doesn't forgive Shawn, even though they shook hands and everything.
He ain't over it.
But of course, Shawn's a different person now.
Oh, yeah.
Very different. Final bit of history. November 9th, 2019, AEW presented Full Gear, featuring Chris Jericho defending the AEW title against Cody, with the stipulation that Cody could never challenge for the AEW title after losing, which he did.
And he did.
And he kept his word because now he's gone.
Yep.
And of course, the brutal lights out match between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah, that was fun stuff.
Yeah, this one had a good ending, too.
Love it.
So that's all the history, and we're getting more history. We're 2 weeks away from promo series 7, Rise and Storm. And as I said, I guarantee you do not want to miss the epic conclusion to the 2022 promo saga. In the traditional Winner Stays On gauntlet, the Phoenix will defend his Knowledge Championship just a few days after his 100th day in this reign. His challengers are the one and only Bear, the legendary Kenny Killer, and your unstoppable captain.
Are you ready to hear in 2 weeks, Phoenix, and new? Because I know I am.
First time ever. Mike Larkin will be here to cut a promo as he goes one-on-one with Daniel Crimmins in a long-awaited promo exhibition rematch. And it may get a little more personal than last time.
Personal is what makes promos worth it. Can't wait to see it. Let's hope they show up and do the deed.
Oh, yeah. Moses also has his own goal to defend as he puts the television championship on the line against Cypher in the first ever TV triathlon. They face off in a rematch from Moses' open challenge at Promo Slam, which Cypher didn't have to cash anything in for.
That's right. Triathlon. That's right. Open challenge. Didn't have to cash in nothing. The triathlon is happening. I'm cutting promos on the treadmill, getting my trivia game right with the weights. You don't even know what's happening, Cypher. You got 2 weeks to truly prepare. Are you really that ready? Or is gold still way out of your reach?
And speaking of Promo Slam rematches, Travis the Walker Anderson has one more shot at the World Championship, but this time he's got to go through me and the Lawyer as we face off in a triple threat cinematic match you do not want to miss.
Now, I am not a man of the law. I am not a man of the law, but I will tell you this. When a man brings his lawyer, you are in for the work. However, Travis loves to put them work boots on. This one's going to be good.
When you bring your lawyer with you, somebody throws a chair at you and you get bit by a dog. When I say a dog, I mean a steel.
Don't be throwing no chairs and don't be biting nobody no a steel style. Don't bring legal. Why are you bringing legal?
I'm bringing legal, but I also mean harm. All this, plus the group MVP will be decided, and we predict Survivor Series War Games.
Okay.
For more information, go to maxwrestling.net/promo series 7.
Sam!
Now, let's wrap up this trivia. I already know who the promo is going to be on, but final bit of trivia just for fun is Name the Card.
Nice.
Shame Phoenix isn't here for it because this is his favorite round.
Oh, I know.
And even more so because there's no dark matches.
Beautiful.
So anybody
I
that
can already
hasn't
hear him
played-
ask, "There's dark matches?"
Anybody that hasn't played Name the Card before, I'm literally going to rattle off match by match, and all Moses has to do is guess which pay-per-view I'm talking about. So, first match, Vader versus the artist formerly known as Goldust.
Vader and Goldust. Oh, shit, I kind of know this, I think, maybe. In Your House, Beware the Dog?
Oh, next match. And anybody who's seen this pay-per-view, this match should stick in your mind. Max Mini, Mosaic, and Nova versus Battalion, El Torito, and Tarantula in a 6-man mini tag team match with Sonny as a special referee.
What the son of a bitch?
What in the Walt Disney is this shit?
This sounds like some straight 1992 shit.
Yeah, it was Sonny and the Six Dwarfs.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm so lost. It's got to be in Your House, right? Right?
You would think.
I don't even know now. Shit, what the fuck? What was the last time I see? There's a goddamn midget battle royal. Was it the Royal Albert Hall? That show, the Royal from the 80s, was that Battle Royal Albert Hall?
That's not that one.
No shit.
Next match, and we were just talking about this era: The Rock versus Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental Championship, which pretty much could have been any pay-per-view from this year.
I was just gonna fucking say, Jesus Christ, it's like anything from like 97. What the fuck pay-per-views were even in 97? No goddamn Mania. I didn't have No Way Out back then. I don't want to say Survivor Series. SummerSlam 97?
Now, next match, Legion of Doom versus the New Age Outlaws for the tag team titles.
Fuck. Okay, so if DX is around, DX happened 2 years after the formation of NWO.
Legion of Doom is still around.
Legion of Doom is still, so we're still in there. So we're 90, end of 97, beginning 98. That's not a Mania. Stop it. That's not a Mania. My brain's like, it's probably no, it's not no fucking Mania. I know it's not. What obscure goddamn shits were there? What the fuck? 98? Wow. Had to be it. Well, fuck, let's go No Way Out.
No Way Out 98?
Sure.
So close.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip match 5 because that'll just give everything away. So main event: Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in a casket match for the WWE title.
Now we're going backwards. So we're in. Okay, so I'm officially stuck. Pop, no. Screwjob happened in 97. No. No, way late. No, 97. Taker, Shawn in a casket match. Taker and Shawn in a casket match. Fuck. I'm looking at everything. Oh my god, I hate these. This is like the ones like where like I'm literally looking at the casket right now. I'm looking at the ring. I'm looking at the whole everything. Oh, what the fuck was the name of the thing? It's not. No, it wasn't. No, is that a Survivor Series? Let's go Survivor Series 97, not 98, 97.
No.
No.
Survivor Series 97 was the Montreal.
Oh,
Bret
okay.
and Shawn in the main event. So match
that's
5.
Before this, okay.
Match 5. Without giving it away, all I can say is Stone Cold won by eliminating The Rock.
Oh, so we're talking Rumble 97.
Not 97.
98.
98.
Okay.
Royal Rumble.
Really? 98? Oh, that's right, because Rumble's in January.
Yeah, this was obviously the last time Shawn and Taker went one-on-one until the Mania double bill.
Yep, got it. Okay, okay. So it technically was after the screw job, but before the nonsensory. Got it.
And I'm looking at some of these names, and I've seen this Royal Rumble multiple times. I don't remember Tom Brandy. He was the first one eliminated.
Who the fuck? Who? I'm sorry. What?
Right?
You make up a name? You making them names, Daddy?
I have no memory of this guy. He was only in there for 12 seconds.
You making up names?
Better known by his ring name, Salvatore Sincere.
Oh, all right. I know that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker, but I know what you're talking about. I know Salvatore.
Yeah, he was only in WWE for like 2 years.
Yep. He was one of the last characters.
His last televised match. Oh, man.
How bad?
Considering how much we've just been speaking about this guy, his last televised match was on Raw, and he lost to Jeff Jarrett.
Son of a bitch. Fuck him. Fuck Jeff Jarrett. Bastard.
Obviously, who never showed up? Was it Skull? So 8 Ball was in there, Skull was in there, but Skull never showed up. And nobody knew who it was because no music played or anything. It was just buzzer and then silence. And everybody thought that was supposed to be Stone Cold, but everybody was jumped in because he was like a marked man for the whole Rumble. And then he comes out like 2 people later. The whole action stops as soon as Stone Cold's music hits. Everybody turns to look at the stage, and Austin comes from behind with a chair.
Because he's the man and smart.
Yeah, Rumble 98 was a classic. Go watch it.
Yeah. Hey, that may end up going on the reviews.
Well,
In
that
time.
is a nice segue because it is time for the A to B of Retro Rewind.
SMR Podcast Network. You should be listening.
All right, so here we go. I'm trying to remember what goddamn tournament we're heading towards for WCW, but there's a tournament, not a tournament, but there is a pay-per-view coming up. Starrcade, that's what it is, Starrcade, for the end of the year pay-per-view. And there's a lot going on. I'm not even going to talk about Raw. I brought up the Raw notes just to literally get lost in the awesome. And I'm saying it like this because this was one of them good ones. I got lost in my notes that is Nitro. Dazzy, let me tell you how Nitro started, bro. Lord Steven Regal versus Psychosis. Now, if anybody listens to Retro, you know goddamn well just how much I love Lord Steven Regal. This man can mesh with everybody's style. Everybody's style. And he goes in there with Psychosis, who at this point, Psychosis has had some very up and down matches. He's had some good ones, but he's also had some bad ones. And they put on a banger. A banger. It's a nice little 3/3/4 match, not a 4. But then again, if it gave him more time, maybe it would have been better. It was only about 7 minutes. Not too bad. Had some more of the good ones later on. We did get to see the Cruiserweight champion against what I'm thinking is Bruno Sammartino's son. And that is a young man by the name of Dave Sammartino. Dave Sammartino took on Dean Malenko for the Cruiserweight title. People are mad that fucking Sammartino lost, is what it was. They loved this guy strictly off of his last name. He was not good. He was not good. This was very amateur style. I gave it a whopping, I think I gave it all of a star. Just because it was so basic ass. It was basic ass. Rick Steiner versus Sting. Never actually went down, but I got really excited, so I was like, hell yeah, it's gonna be a fun match. But it was just basically Sting just finally showing that Crow Sting is WCW. And then we got the Faces of Fear versus the Outsiders for the tag titles. I gave it a 1.5 stars, not too bad. Sting is showing that he wants the NWO and he wants the world title back. So good, awesome episode. December 16th, by the way, since I didn't give the date at first. December 16th, 1996 is the date. 2 weeks away from Starrcade. Check these out. Dropping Monday.
Honestly, when I met Dazzy Lee way back, I don't even remember, was that 2011? 2011, I met Dazzy Lee, and he had, because I was doing my podcasts at the time, and I wanted to have him as a host on my podcast. I'm really proud of you, Dazzy, and you know what? I'm proud of everybody who was a host for the Max Wrestling Podcast. 400 episodes, that's crazy. Dazzy, dude, you should be so proud of yourself for having that amount of commitment. And I know it's been hard. Giggity. But you have been relentless for, you know what, bollocks of 400 episodes. How long have you been doing podcasts for? How long? 400 episodes? That feels like, I don't even want to think about it. Frankly, you should be proud. I'm proud. I am proud to serve beside you with Phoenix, with Toxie Roxy, with fucking Anthony Walker, everybody that I worked with during that period. This is an amazing achievement, and I'm honoured to be a part of it. God bless you. God bless you, and God bless the new cast of Max Wrestling. And here's looking forward. Max Wrestling over.
Leaves. I keep thinking it's almost the end of the show. We still got shit Mark say. But first, let's do Geek of the Week. Because we've had plenty of geeks this week. I think I know who it's going to be, though.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't.
Oh, maybe I don't. Hit the music now.
Pencil neck geek, gritty freak, scum sucking peehead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek. See, now you're probably thinking to yourself, it's probably just going to be Jeff Jarrett. It's probably going to be this guy or that guy. Honestly, I like what Jeff Jarrett did this week. However, there was one man who he oozed the geekness, the geek fluid. And maybe it's this fucking goddamn faction. I don't know. I don't know what exactly. But what was it? A couple of weeks ago, it was Sanjay Dutt. Today, it's fucking Jay Lethal. Goddamn, who was it? Trent walks in the back and he's all, hey, scumbags. And there's nobody else back there. There's nobody else back there. And Jay Lethal looks around. You call me a scumbag? Talking to me? He's all, yeah, you scumbag. And he's still looking around. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And so it turned. The other thing that killed me about this whole thing is apparently it was already a match that had been made. And then they just decided to have this backstage segment anyway. So, but just because of the sheer stupidity that fucking Jay Lethal did not realize that he was being called the scumbag twice. Yeah, bud, you are a scumbag. And because of that, just because of your sheer stupidity, because it was hilarious, you're the Geek of the Week.
Nice. I just totally forgot, too. I don't know why I thought of it. That we didn't talk about Nikki Cross winning the 24/7 title and then throwing it in the bin.
Throwing it in the bin. Right in the bin.
But, Jay Lethal, you can get in the bin.
In the bin with it.
Now, for the Wrestler of the Week.
Go.
I am a little bit torn. I kind of wanted to give it to B-Dry because he just almost killed Sammy this week. But I think it's going to be a repeat offender anyway.
Oh.
Because someone else also stood out, and as I've mentioned on this episode, had a great match once again, and just keeps having banger after banger, so it's got to go to Jamie Hayter.
Hell yeah. She's killing it.
I love Toni Storm, but make her world champion soon.
Yeah, Hayter deserves it. Like I said, she's on fire, on top of the world. It's her division to run.
Yeah. So now let's finish the show with stupid shit people say online. It's shit Mark say.
OMG, Kevin Nash.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Tell me you did not just say that.
WTF, thought he was dead, LOL.
Names have been changed to protect their stupidity. We begin by asking, of course, Moses, has anybody not been very oozy on TikTok?
Strawberry Candy strikes again.
Oh, shit.
This guy. The narrative is out, ladies and gentlemen, since Papa H is doing not a bad job in there in the E. You guys are running your mouths. You guys are, I don't know what. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to word it. All I know is this is getting old and fast. My man Strawberry Candies decided that after his original debacle that he had with me over the Punk theory or idea or whatever, the Punk post, let's go with that. he decides that now he's just going to throw salt into the wounds of AEW, or if you will, whatever opening that he can find, and say that Tony Khan is throwing a fit because he can't sign any more former WWE talent. So, like, my first initial response to that is, what WWE guy are you referring to? And personally, I can't say Mox because Mox made a name for himself before WWE. You know, Punk had made a name for himself before WWE. So again, Jericho, gigantic in every other company before the E. So who the fuck are you guys talking about? Saraya? She just even mentioned herself. She's been all over the goddamn place and then some, and then made a big name in WWE. So what is this supposed WWE names that we have to garner? Are you guys going to have that same mentality when Punk shows up? That's my thing. It's the sheer stupidity that we have to have WWE guys to garner attention, to garner this, to garner that. They're still getting good ratings. They're still in a great demographic. Again, pay-per-view numbers are up. They're getting ready to drop a video game. And why in the fuck do they need WWE talent? That's what kills me.
Didn't we bring up a point before? Like, there's actually a pretty low percentage of WWE talent on the roster.
We've brought it up for months, dude. We brought it up for, you know what? Longer than that. We brought it up for the past 3 years this company's been in business. Because it's the truth. It's the God's honest truth. The percentage of the WWE people that have come into AEW and been successful is a low amount of people. But if you take that small percentage and you look into that percentage and you say, well, did they have a career longer than 5 years before the E? If the answer is yes, you kick them out of that bracket goes to single digits, dude. Single digits. The only guys that they brought in AEW-wise that were like hardcore WWE dudes was like the fucking Parker Bardot fucker. Literally. If you're not home goddamn grown, to me, you weren't an E guy. You were somebody who was in WWE, but you were not an E guy.
Yeah, let's be honest. AJ Styles is a TNA guy.
Exactly. So, and then that was my response to him was, so when is Triple H going to start calling Impact for more people? Or when is he going to call New Japan for more people? Or is he going to start going to Noah now because he's got a working relationship with them?
We can't raise Ring of Honor anymore.
Again, keep that same energy for the other side of the fence.
Similar situation. First up, we have Hector on the crack pipe. With an accented E.
I believe that.
You're absent. I don't know who he's replying to, but he seemed angry at somebody. You're absent-minded. You don't know how business works. WWE will buy AEW. Triple H will keep running WWE while Vince runs AEW. That will fix everything.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to happen.
Does Vince run anything?
He runs his mouth, only a credit card bill.
Hey, I mean, run your credit card bill, man. I mean, that's on you, big dog. But he's not running any companies. I don't see them wanting to buy. Like, what is this narrative that they're going to buy AEW? We're going to buy AEW. We're going to buy. Why? You guys talk so much shit about them. Why would you then go and buy them? Because you know they're worthy competition and it's best to buy your competition out. Hence what you did with WCW. Now, granted, I mean, they were way down the spectrum, but still. You know what I mean? That's the narrative we have. We have to buy our competition. You can't beat the competition.
And if you don't like the competition, why would you want them to buy it in the first place?
Exactly.
Oh, I can't wait for Vince to buy AEW because I don't watch AEW. Then why do you want him to buy AEW?
So then when you see Sammy Guevara and a John Moxley and a B-Dry and Claudio Castagnoli, then what? Oh, I really like these guys. I'm glad they're back. Is exactly the words that are come out of your stupid mouth.
Oh, this MJF kid's good.
Oh, yeah, this MJF kid, he looks promising.
Shut up. Hector, get off your throne and get in the bin.
In that bin.
We got a double whammy.
Oh, Lord.
We have combined proper IQ of 12. Now,
3, but all right.
Clearly a UFC fan. The guy likes Conor McGregor. The guy likes Ronda Rousey. He's got proper number 12. I'm actually going to do this one in an Irish accent.
Beautiful.
Because he's clearly Irish. Couldn't be more Irish.
Could not be more Irish.
I see WWE is trending again, so I must say it again. Grown men that watch WWE should be on our watch list. He gets a reply from somebody who also has Conor McGregor as a display picture. Lol, there's actually triggered people replying to this. Dude, I loved it at one point. I was 12. Lol. Imagine being a grown man watching WWE. Your kids making you watch is an exception. Now,
how many Marvel movies
I
have you
make my
guys seen?
kid watch.
That's what I want to know. How many Marvel movies have you guys seen?
Right.
How many times you guys see that Superman movie? Shut the fuck up. We like what we like. Y'all like the UFC. I'm going to be real honest with you. As a former fighter, and I've never done professional wrestling. I haven't done any training. I would love to do like one of the one-day trainings one day and see if I can actually get into it. Yeah. I might actually try to do that one day out here at SoCal Pro. But let's be real. Again, as a guy who's rolled with a blue belt, who's taking punches, kicks, the whole 9 yards, it is 25 times more gay. 25 times more gay MMA is than professional wrestling. Just because they out there in tights and basically punching and clotheslining each other does not make it any less fucking. It is way more gay for me to wrestle a fucking man for 3 5-minute rounds in board shorts and gloves. Es todo. I ain't got boots on. I don't have a character. I am me, and I'm fucking basically dry humping this man. So come on now. And this, again, I got a blue belt and a background in amateur wrestling, and I am not afraid to tell people that I enjoyed my sports. But if you really want to play this stupidity shit, good half of the MMA world, or should I say the UFC world, would love to be in the WWE or any kind of professional wrestling in general. Most of them have passion for that business because that's something they grew up with. They cut promos just like pro wrestlers do. But if you really want to make it, oh, well, that's for grown men watch it. Homie, you're watching cockfighting. We're watching like an action movie, but in a ring. You're just watching cockfighting. As a former cockfighter.
I'm happier watching guys jump off ladders and put each other through tables for 20 minutes than I am watching two guys hugging for 5 minutes.
Again, as a wrestler, baby, that's what happens.
So, proper IQ of 12, you can both get in the bin.
In the bin.
They are marks, and that's the shit they say. And now, speaking of promos, one last thing to do on this show. It is time to cut a classic podcast promo. I don't know when we stopped doing podcast promos. It was probably when we stopped doing weekly trivia, because obviously that was the forfeit. You have to cut a promo if you lose.
Nice.
So, here we go. We're going to get 60 seconds on the clock. And somehow, I've got to cut a promo on the best bout machine, Kenny Bygotto.
Good luck, bro.
I don't know if it's going to be short or over. It might just be a minute. So let's get the minute on the clock. And when you're ready, you can tell me to pick up the mic.
Pick it up, big dog.
Kenny, I don't know if you can hear me, because nobody knows where the fuck you are. Back 3 weeks, suspended for 3 months. So I'll keep it simple. You can bring the dollar store Hardy Boys if you want. You can bring Brandon Cutler Beckett. You can even bring Frankie Ladeo over there, Cyrus the fucking virus. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're the cleaner. I don't care if you're the best bout machine. We're gonna blow the house up. We're gonna have a banger. And I don't mean a banger like your flaccid exploding ring. I could say I'm going to take you to the cleaners, but I'm just going to break whatever intact ribs you have left and send you back to your golden lover. Goodbye, mwah, and good night, bitch.
Jesus Christ, that was awesome. Why did that have to be so awesome?
Sorry, Kenny, I do actually like you.
Oh, yeah, no, we love you, bro. We just, it's part of the game.
That's the podcast promo.
How it goes.
And I really wish Evan could have made it because his promos were just like that, but switched up to 20.
He's the man.
Phoenix would have taken like 2 hours to write the promo.
He would have said, "Well, let me come back next week and cut it," and then forget.
After almost every segment back in the day, it was, okay, Phoenix, is your promo ready? Not yet. Phoenix, you got a promo? Not yet.
Bro, promos are off the dome. Come on, man. Killing me, guy.
Oh, man. And that is it for the 400th episode. Thank you very much for everybody that tuned in. Thank you to everybody that got us to this point. We'll be back next week. And then, of course, we'll be back the week after with Promo Series 7. So thank you for spending your Thursday with us. Thank you for spending the last 400 episodes with us. Here's the socials again. You can find us on the evil Twitter machine for now, at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMR Podnet. Check out our website at maxwrestling.net, and don't forget to hit the sub or the follow button on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of these socials.
God.
And now listen up, you pencil neck geeks, because this is what Moses has for you this week.
That's right. You heard the man. TikTok, Max Wrestling UK. That's the one to be at. 20 away from 1,200. Get us there because that's how we're going to be. We're going to get there. I'm going to start doing some more lives soon. Get back into it, I should say. And I definitely want to do one for Full Gear. So we'll definitely plan something out for that. If I'm not live on that, well, then maybe I'll be live on Twitch. But we will definitely figure out something. We got to get interacting with you guys. And it's going to start with that pay-per-view. Besides that, Retro Rewind, December the 16th comes out. You really want to watch that Nitro Raw. If you pick your cup of tea on our way to Starrcade. Other than that, don't be surprised if you see the Elite come Full Gear.
Yeah, we glossed over that little teaser, but they'll be there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of streaming, Beer, Phoenix, and I and Chad are gonna be live streaming for Survivor Series. I don't know how long the stream is gonna last. Facebook might shut us down, but we'll be live as we watch. You can get reactions live. We're live now.
But say if you connect with your man over here, maybe I'll hook you up with his Twitcher and we'll figure out something. We'll get it together.
Absolutely. We want Moses and Travis there too.
That's right.
So I can see him cry when he's not the world champion.
There you go. There you go. I can wipe your tears for you.
With that said, join us next week for the last stop before Promo Series 7. I cannot hype up this show anymore. Just be there next week for the Go Home show.
Don't miss it.
You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. And good night. Bye.
Jorge ain't going to tear you down this week instead. Congratulations to Pat McAfee and his wife on their soon-to-be born their child.
Yeah. And here's to the next 400.
That's right.